Yo, what's up guys? Just Clore here at Tim Fitness Factory. So it's another episode of 2 Minute Tuesday. Today's episode 3. We're going over cardio. How to do it, when to do it, why to do it, how to get the best results and maximize your times. Let's get right into it.
Yeah, like the attention girl, I know you.
Alright guys, so there's been a lot of research and a lot of opinions on what the best way to actually do cardio is. So today we're going to go over my personal favorite, not favorite at all, it's actually terrible, but professionally what I believe is the best way to do climbs for myself, for my clients, for the majority of people. There's going to be some limitations which we'll go over, but we are going to go over HIIT training, high intensity interval training. Alright, so HIIT training, a lot of people have heard this term getting thrown around. What actually is it? HIIT training is alternating periods of intense anaerobic being the key here, alternating periods of anaerobic exercise with short intervals of rest period. HIIT has been shown through numerous studies to significantly reduce the overall level of fat in our total body, which is usually what we're going for, fat reduction. All right, so with HIIT training, how do we actually do it? So I'm gonna say the maximum amount of time you should actually do HIIT training is about 30 minutes. And there's gonna be some correlations that show up as far as how long we do this for and how intense the exercise is. So let's start with kind of what is the most intense, I think. 10 seconds on, 10 seconds off, repeated intervals. This is more like my sprint training. So if I have a nice day outside, I live in Florida, it's brutal hot here, guys. So if I can actually go outside and do my sprint work, I'm doing 10 seconds of sprint, 10-second rest, and I'm going again. I may be able to do this for, gosh, I don't know, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. It's gonna be super intense. The key we talked about is anaerobic. I wanna do anaerobic exercise where I can't reach that capacity to continue. So, 10 seconds on, 10 seconds off. On the other end of the spectrum, if I'm not someone who's athletically inclined or this is my first time trying to do it, usually I start my clients on is, let's do say 15 seconds on, and they may need up to a minute of rest to full recovery before they can do. And I say full recover, we don't really want to get where we're completely recovered. We want to stress the body. But 15 seconds may be their maximum anaerobic capacity. So 15 seconds on, a minute rest. Something like that, I would recommend them doing more to the 30-minute range. I would say starting out with 10, that's usually a kind of generic starting point I have with my clientele. 15 seconds on, 1 minute off, and then we'll progress from there. Something like that will go to a 30 seconds on, minute rest. And then after that, we'll shorten the rest period. 30 seconds on, 45 seconds rest. Bring that down to 30 seconds rest. So we'll play around with those numbers a lot. It really just kind of depends on the person and what they're able to do and their kind of anaerobic capacity. So my two I usually do is either 10 seconds on, 10 seconds off, something like the sprints. I'll do 10-second sprint, 10-second rest, continue that. Something like the cardio kickboxing circuit like I've shown before, I'm doing 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. That's usually a pretty brutal circuit, and I've done that up to 30 minutes, and it's awful, guys. Go back and watch the video I already did on this. It's just brutal, but it is a fun way, not fun, none of this is fun, let's be honest. But it is a different way to do cardio. Instead of being cooped up in the gym, doing the machines, doing the elliptical, doing the arc trainer, which we're going to show today, instead of doing that, you can do the cardio kickboxing circuit, which I really like. All right, so let's see this cardio in action. Let's look at what we're actually doing. All right, so for this arc trainer, for this 30 second on, 30 second off, I'm doing a total of 20 minutes. I'm gonna do a 5-minute warm up. I'm doing 30 seconds on, 30 seconds rest, and then I'm gonna do a 5-minute cool down at the end. So I have 10 minutes in the middle. With that 10 minutes in the middle, I'm only doing 5 minutes of work, guys. So as opposed to sitting there on moderate cardio, just doing an incline on treadmill maybe, and just staying at same speed, and you can tell, I've been doing the cardio, guys. You can tell I'm out of breath. It gets hard to talk and think. Words are hard. All right, so on this, while we're doing it, I wanna do 20 total minutes. Of the 20 total minutes, I have a 5-minute warm up, I have a 5-minute cool down, and I have 10 minutes in between where I'm actually doing the HIIT training. So I'm doing 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. Of that 10 minutes, I'm only doing 5 minutes of real true work. The other 5 minutes is full rest. So I have a 5-minute warm up, 5-minute cool down, 5-minute rest, and only 5 minutes of work. So 25% of the actual time I'm doing the cardio is the work, okay? Cool down, warm up, really important. Get those joints actually moving first. For the arc trainer, our machine goes up to 100 on the resistance side of it, so we're set at 50, and the incline only goes up to 20 and we're set at 20. As this progresses through the work, I wanna keep dropping the resistance if I have to. I wanna leave the incline alone. I don't wanna touch that setting because the higher the incline is, the more glute work I get out of it, which is why I'm doing the arc trainer to begin with. So it gets a lot of posterior side as opposed to a treadmill that only gets, kind kind of anterior side. The tread's pulling your foot back for you, really, unless you're doing sprints. Then you can get full work out of the legs. All right, guys, so another way to do the cardio while we're in the gym. Say we don't want to sit on the arc trainer. It kind of gets boring, kind of gets hard. I like switching up a little bit. So we're still going to use it just because it's there. So we're going to do the arc trainer, but we're only going to do 20 seconds on. So we're going to go for the arc trainer 20 seconds on. On my gym, I have about, I don't know, 10, 15 yards. It's going to take us 10 seconds to get over here. So I'm going to do 20 seconds on the arc trainer. I'm going to walk across back into this training room, and I'm going to do 20 seconds on the battle ropes. I'm going to switch up the way I do it each round, so I'll show you all 3 different ways that I kind of like to do. So 20 seconds on battle rope, 10-second walk back to the arc trainer, 20 seconds on there, and go in between. I may only be able to do this for 5-6 minutes max. It's gonna be pretty brutal. A couple seconds here, we're gonna get this started. Remember guys, this is anaerobic. It's as hard as you possibly can. Key is, like we talked about over and over and over, we want to make this anaerobic. We don't want to get to where we're just barely moving. We want to get to where it's full force, full energy. So doing this is what we're trying to do. I just walked over, I just did my 20 seconds, I'm coming back, walking across, I'm hitting the battle ropes. This is the 3 different ones. First one we're doing is going to be the 2 hands. I'm just doing the alternate like a drum roll. So doing the drum roll back and forth, 20 seconds total. I went over to the arc trainer again. So we're crushing this. I come back, we're gonna do both arm slams. So 2 arm slams, back and forth, up, down, slamming as hard as you possibly can, stay in nice, good posture. I'm over on the arc trainer again, hit my interval, 20 seconds there, 10-second walks back. And the last one, I don't even know what you call these, the wide sweeping, whatever you wanna call them, looks kind of like a snake. So I'm gonna make this up. I'm sure there's an appropriate name, leave it in the comments. So I'm doing 2 arms, doing snake, back and forth, wide and together. That's gonna be the cardio for today, guys. All right, guys, that's gonna be it for our day for our cardio for 2-Minute Tuesday. We went over the HIIT training. Hope you guys try this. It's gonna get us our best results for fat loss. This is how I cut down. If you watch my last video for DEXA Day, and when I actually did the scan, these are the things I did. I did this every day in the morning. I did it fasted. I had a couple hours in between that when I ate my first meal. So complete fasted cardio in the morning, did the HIIT training, waited, ate after that, like 2 hours later. This is it, guys. It's not fun, it's not pretty, but this is what's gonna get us results. A lot of you are stuck and you can't lose that last 10 pounds, or you can't get started losing the weight. This is how I do it, guys. This is how I get shredded. This is how I cut weight. This is what's gonna get results. Give it a try, tailor it on those time periods like we talked about, as far as doing the higher end of work, more volume, and the more periods of rest, and then switching it up, doing a shorter interval of work and then a longer period of rest. Just keep changing it, guys. Key is we want to be anaerobic, we want to challenge ourselves. Good luck, guys. Thank you for watching. Please be sure, hit the like, hit the subscribe. It helps out more than you know. You definitely appreciate it. Stick around, guys. We're doing these videos every Tuesday. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time.